Alright, today's question is, what is the most important thing to remember on set? Okay, so a couple of things. First of all, a couple of small things. One is to remember that you are part of a team. It is not a dictatorship. The other thing to remember is that you're not curing cancer. If the day goes badly, probably nobody's going to die. You're not working in an emergency room or in a hospital, so treat your job as such, okay? There's no need to be screaming at people, no need for throwing cameras or throwing shoes or all that kind of stuff. The other thing I wanted to say is going to sound really obvious, and that is that you have to remember that your model or the person you're photographing is a human being. Now, of course they're a human being, Alexi. What are you talking about? I'll explain. Every now and then it's good for a photographer to walk up to the model or the person you're shooting, turn yourself around and look to see what is in the eye line of the model. More often than not, you will find that you're looking at about 10 to 20 pairs of eyes just staring at you, right? You've got the hair, the makeup, the stylist, the producer, the client, the photographer, and then all of their assistants. You might even have the nail technician, the caterer, all these other people, and they're all looking at you, the model. They're not looking at you going, hey, great job, that's fantastic, keep going. They're looking at you like this. So they're not looking at you as a human being, they're looking at you as an ingredient of the shoot. They're trying to sell a product, whether it's a beauty product or a hair product or some fashion or whatever it is. Now the trouble is that the model you're shooting, especially nowadays, there are a lot more real people used as models, right? A lot more street casting, which is fantastic. But it does mean that some of these people are not really used to being photographed and videoed and interviewed. The reason I say this is because about 2 or 3 months ago, I was working on a shoot and we had a lot to do, we had a lot to get through. We'd done a street casting and there was this girl that we were videoing. She had done some modeling before, but I noticed that she didn't look 100% comfortable in front of the video camera. She was being asked to say lots of lines, and the DP and the client were sort of saying things like, yeah, can we try saying it again with a bit more humor? No, it's not working. Can we try and say it again, maybe a bit faster? And the client and the DP were not being mean, they were just trying to get their job done and they were sort of focused on getting the right result. But for the model, she felt like she wasn't doing a good job and she wasn't giving the client what they needed. But I did notice that she didn't look very comfortable. She looked a bit nervous and insecure. So I said to the DP, hey, can we just change the light because I feel like it might be better on the other side? Now, while that was happening, I went up to go and talk to the model. I spun her chair around so she was facing away from all the eyes. And I said, are you okay? How are you feeling? And she sort of nodded like, oh yeah, I'm okay. And I said, because it's kind of weird, right, being in front of all these cameras, because you've got the video camera over there, you've got another video camera over there, you've got somebody taking behind-the-scenes photography, and everybody's staring at you, and you've got to remember these lines, and it's so difficult. I said, I wouldn't be able to do it as well as you're doing it. And all of a sudden, this girl started crying, because for the first moment, somebody had actually seen her as a human being. So I said, listen, no rush, let's go outside. We're going to take a break, absolutely no pressure, we can do this in a minute. So I called a break for everybody and me and the model went outside and we just talked and we sort of calmed down and I said, listen, you're doing a fantastic job. If you need anything, you need any water, you need any food, whatever you need, you let us know and we'll get you back on, but no stress. And she went back on about 45 minutes later, did a great job. But it did take that noticing that she is a person. So what I always tell people is treat the people you're shooting, whether it's for video or for stills, as if they are your mother or your sister. If your mother or your sister came on set, you would want them to feel so at peace and so looked after and so comfortable and so secure. Treat everybody like that, okay? Because if you have somebody in front of you who is not feeling secure, they are not going to give you what you're looking for. Always check in on them. Are they cold? Are they hot? Do they need anything? Are they comfortable? Do they want to sit down while the camera's being changed? All these different things. Because if you look after your subject, you are going to get the best out of them. That's it.